Good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with CBS 42 Now. Hope you're all having a great start to your day. We are, of course, just a few moments away from hearing from Garth Brooks. As you see, he has approached the podium there. He will be holding a press conference ahead of the big show this Saturday at Protective Stadium. So without further ado, we're going to send you live to Protective Stadium to hear from Garth himself.
Pretty clean. We don't have anything to announce, right? Good. We're excited to... We've been doing a run through of pandemic makeup shows where you'll do 2 shows in the city for the people that had good tickets that couldn't get them good tickets for the next show. So we do like lower bowl selling only for those people that didn't get good tickets for the second show. So this is going to be our only one show in a while, I think, which I think is going to make it more exciting. It's going to be a lot more fun. The crew and band will have to be back on their best game because you only get one crack at it. But when you put pressure on the best in the world, which is what this band and crew is, how they respond is always really sweet to watch, neat to get to be a part of. Felt very lucky on ticket on sale day, and feel very lucky to get to be playing with this crowd. The first thing I ask when we land at an airport is what's the weather supposed to be like on Saturday so I can have somebody to blame, and they said it's supposed to be clear tomorrow, about 88 degrees, which would be just perfect for us. I don't mind sweating. It's just I don't want to get wet by rain. I'd rather get wet by sweat, to tell you the truth. So it looks like it's setting up pretty good, and we'll also be doing a live recording tomorrow because this stadium, the way it's built, the way it's around, it's kind of like a big ass arena. It's pretty much what it is, which is great because it'll keep the sound within the walls even though the roof's open. So it'll take all the rumble out, but the voices you'll be able to hear really clear. So we brought the mobile truck down here. We probably recorded maybe 5 times on the whole 3 years of the tour, but this one we weren't going to pass up because the opportunity of how good the recording will sound with the way the stadium is configured and the fact that there's no roof on it. So it'll be really good. I can't think of anything else that we're supposed to be talking about other than just feel really lucky to be here and feel very happy and thankful that the pandemic is now into the endemic stage and people are coming out and playing again. So it's fun to get to watch these people come out. What I've always kind of liked better is talking with you than talking at you. So if you want, we can open this to questions, and if nobody wants any questions, then we can go straight to one-on-ones. But if we do questions, my ask is, tell me who you are, so I'll know who we're talking to, because we're going to have a conversation. As you can tell, I never have any short answers. Yes, ma'am. It's good. I mean, because you always are guaranteed the record when you're the first guy. It's nice, so it's fun. And I thought ticket on sale day was very sweet, and so we're excited. And then, but your thing is you're always, well, it's, Jimmy, as you know, you're not only competing with the past and the present, you're competing with the future. So we hope on the second concert that comes through here, somebody argues that the first night was better than theirs, kind of thing. So that's what you got to do. You come out here and you want to put your best foot forward for country music. And I will tell you this, the best crowd you will ever have in here will be here tomorrow night. I'll put them up against anybody. They're the sweetest people. Our goal is to have them leave the stadium loving each other more than when they came here. But you watch. These people are mannerly. They're very, very sweet. We saw Central Park with over 1 million of them and only 2 arrests in Central Park at night. You got to be kidding me. So we're very, very proud of the people that come watch the show. Yes, ma'am. What is your name?
Lyndon Blake, WRC.
Lyndon?
Lyndon, yes.
Lyndon. Well, it's cool. It's brand new, but the first thing you get is the first people you see. And everybody's been very, very sweet. It's really more homey here. It reminds me a lot of Baton Rouge, where people treat you more like family than they do like business partners. And everybody hugs here, which is great. And so we just started this during the show. Anybody that's seen on stage, tech guys and anything, they wear masks. But this is our first day back to masks are optional backstage. So you trust me, there's only like 3 of us now wearing them, kind of thing. They're so happy to be out of them at that stage, and they've worked hard to get here. But the second that anything comes up from the hugging and whatever, that might even, rather than the mask will come back on. So they understand that they choose their times wisely. But the people here have been really, really sweet. Haven't got to catering yet, but that's always a good part to a good way to know where you're at, you know. Oh, good, good. Yeah, you can tell I don't miss many catering trips. Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of Baton Rouge, I read that when you performed on Baton Rouge at LSU's Tiger Stadium, the sound of the stadium with the fan response registered as a small earthquake.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that? And will we have an earthquake here? After that?
Well, first of all, I'm a guy, so no, it wasn't a small earthquake. It was pretty big. It was good size, but they were very sweet. I will say, what was your name, please?
Mary.
Miss Mary. I will tell you that in respect to Baton Rouge, they treated every song we played that night like it was calling Baton Rouge. They were really cool about that. They didn't scream it. In fact, I had to ask them, is it time? And it was just unbelievable. My favorite part about that was the guy that posted when you started Baton Rouge, you saw all the smartwatches going off. You could see them. And he posted, what it says is, if you continue this level of audio, you will have hearing impairment in 9 minutes. So I thought that was a cool thing. That's all them. It was fun to get to be a part of that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Pat Byington with Beham Now.
Hey, Pat.
And you're going to be in Birmingham for a day. What are you going to do?
We're going to we play ball. We play ball everywhere we go. Play basketball. So it's fun. The band crew gets out and plays. So it's always good to get to see other sides of the people that you work with. And trust me, sports brings out a totally different side, especially for musicians. It's fun. And then we'll find some place to eat. We'll be there. We rearranged it too late. We usually, like, we would go and get whatever film company has, Top Gun, Maverick, you know. We'd do that and then have them just for a band and crew solo thing. So we'll probably pick that up coming up here in the latter part of this month on the tour. And so the things like that. And for some reason, I don't know why, but band and crew always dresses in black. It's not written anywhere, but it's kind of like, it's how we do. So you can see us because we do everything together, like team dinners and stuff. So it's just like this little, pig pen from Peanuts, you know. It's just this little black kind of cloud that goes around the city. And you can find us sometimes on shopping trips, mostly eating, but we do everything together.
What role does the audience play in you? I know you used to sneak out. You'd wear a disguise or you'd get dressed up in some outfit and go under and be out in the audience and feel what the audience was going to be like. How does the audience affect your performance?
I think it's the difference between Entertainer of the Year and not. I really do. Because too many times people look for the Entertainer of the Year on stage. And the truth is, it's the crowd, always. So it's not a statement of humbleness, but a statement of honesty. I'll put our crowd up against anybody. Loud-wise, listening-wise, sincerity. They make this thing because I have the best seat in the house, and I'm watching. 4 or 5 songs in, you start to see it dawn on people. Like, wait a minute. This guy ain't doing shit, and we're working our ass off out here, right? That's my job, right? I'm gonna work you like a rented mule. And then they start watching each other. Left side will start watching the right side, they'll start laughing. And then my job as an entertainer is just to kind of pit them against each other. Just have fun, watch them go back, forth, all this stuff. And when they start doing that, then it starts becoming a party instead of a concert. And I think that's when an entertainer becomes an entertainer, is when the concert gloves are off, it's a party, and hopefully this is something that will affect you the rest of your life. A moment hopefully will in here. Yes, Miss Mary.
Speaking of audience interaction, you are known, among other things, for having meaningful interactions with some of the audience members one-on-one. With the lady guitar, when she shows you she's held onto the guitar pick. Maybe there's a cancer patient that you bring to the... What do those interactions mean to you? And I guess what I'm wondering is, from an audience perspective, how do they happen? You see that lady in the crowd and boom, there it is. Do you know anything about her beforehand?
No.
But what are your thoughts and feelings about those special people you see on YouTube?
Me and you haven't met. So you don't know that I'm not the smartest guy on the planet. So what I'm about to say, I shouldn't say, okay? every time something great like that happens, what I'm thinking in my head is, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, because you're going to slow the show down, right? You're going to, and who knows, you're going to give a live mic to a 5-year-old boy in a cowboy hat. You're sitting there going, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And then it turns out like Charles did in Nashville. I mean, it was like, I don't know how many millions of views that the thing got. You never know what's going on, but here's the deal. I think before you ever stand here, you sit there. So I'm a fan of music. So I got in this business because I wanted to be George Strait so bad. But the greatest concert of my life, probably between James Taylor, when he did a fundraiser for the Nashville Symphony, and when you do symphony, you have to stick with union kind of hours, and so the show was over pretty quick. So he just comes out and he says, I feel like the show's over too quick, but you can't do anything with the union with the strings anymore. So just him and his guitar sat on stage for like 45 minutes. And it's like, you're playing a concert just for me now. It's like I'm in a living room with the guy, right? So those are great moments for me. Freddie Mercury is the greatest entertainer on the planet. I was 17 when I saw Freddie Mercury. All I wanted to do, and the same way my wife wanted to go see Bruno for her birthday recently. And all I wanted is that 3 seconds for Bruno or Freddie Mercury to look at me, and I get to look at them and go, thank you. Thank you for what your music's done for me, right? Well, as an entertainer now, you find yourself seeking these people out to say thank you for my life, thank you for my daughter's lives, and stuff. And in that transaction somewhere, these things happen. And I think if you ever stage one, it'll come back to bite you, that someone will know. So that's kind of the horror of don't do it, but the joy when it turns out pretty cool. You know. Yes, ma'am.
Do you, Lyndon?
Yes, ma'am. Let's Miss Lyndon.
I don't want to mess up again. Do you have a favorite song to perform live, and does that change based on where you're performing?
I do have a favorite song to perform live, and it never changes. It's Call in Baton Rouge. I think why, Miss Lyndon, is because it flies under the radar. I think people come here, they'll come here tomorrow night for Friends in Low Places, maybe Shameless, Thunder for sure, right, these things. And then I think Call in Baton Rouge just sits underneath that radar, but when they go, oh, yeah, that song, they go to this different level. And if you're coming to the show, you'll see it happen. Then your job as an entertainer is never let them come back down from that level. You run as fast as you can to the barn from there, right? Because they're going to go to a place just simply because it's fun, it's crazy, and it's only like 2.5 minutes, and we can all stay that crazy pace for that long. You know, it's a real short song. But what it brings to the show, you don't want to let go after that. So that's probably my favorite. My favorite Garth song of all time is way back off the first record, a song called The Dance. It ended the first record. That song still slays me today. Maybe the greatest lyric I've ever got to sing is a song called Stronger Than Me. Just a lyric that I wish I could even get close to writing. And then another favorite of mine was a song called Mom, because I'm a mama's boy, I always will be. I think those are the songs when you look back, the change, probably not more the upbeat crazy ones, but more the ones that kind of sent that message. Those are kind of my favorites. Yes, ma'am.
Were you aware, obviously Birmingham, we're close to Tuscaloosa,
Uh-huh.
University of Alabama. Growing up, I was a cheer camp there. They played the dance on the last day of cheer camp for at least 10 years, and all
Really?
the mascots from the high school did a routine to it, and everyone cried.
To the dance.
To the dance.
Yeah, because I get things every Saturday and then playing Friends in Low Places in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
So it's like getting to be a tradition. But can I tell you that, and this is with all sincerity, Grammys are cool, Hall of Fame's cool, but those things are voted on, kind of arranged, you know. But these things, where you get to be the fabric of somebody's life, something that you got to do something, be a part of. I played a place called Willie's Saloon in Stillwater, Oklahoma. It's how I started my career. And you would play Piano Man, you would play American Pie, these anthems that these people all sang and knew. And your prayer was, God, could I ever be part of a song that everybody knows the words to? Well, I don't want to sound egotistical, but Friends in Low Places might have got to that point. So it's fun to get to be a fabric of these people's lives, even though they'll text you at 2 a.m. drunk off their mind, but karaoke into Friends in Low Places. Those are the moments you want. And I appreciate the awards and stuff, but that's what I like, those kind of stories. Yes, ma'am.
Julie Rockett with WBRW.
How are you doing, Miss Julie?
Do you prefer stadiums or arenas?
You know, if we'd asked me before the stadium tour, I'd have said arenas because I thought stadiums were cold and distant. I'm stunned. And I know as a guy, again, I shouldn't say this, but size does matter. It just does. Having 50,000, because we've been lucky to get to play here before. And when you get to play, you get to play multiple nights here. And it's the greatest place in the world to play. They hate it when I call it the bunker, but the old concrete pavilion that we play in, it's loud. It's an old rock palace. But now you get to stick all those people in one area. So I got high expectations for tonight from the crowd. So I don't know if entertainers come in here expecting something from the crowd, but I do. I come here because they go, why Birmingham? And the answer is because I've been here before. That's why. That's the greatest answer you can give anybody, is you're not here to figure out what it's like. You're here to relive what it is like, you know. So I can't wait to get these people all in one night. And then my job is to wear their ass out. Just go toe to toe with them and see who drops first. I think that's fun. That makes it an epic night. Yes, ma'am.
A question about the bunker.
Yes, ma'am.
Tad Snyder at the BJCC was proud of you calling it the bunker. He said that you did it very fondly. So I'm wondering, you can see the bunker from here, right? You'll be sneaking a few glances over there and reliving any moments, any memories of the bunker, or maybe why'd you like bunkers?
Yeah, we'll try to remember the reason why I love the bunker is standing right in the stadium tomorrow night. The only reason you love a place is because the people that are in it. That's it. But what I love about that place, what I loved about the bunker was it was that old 70s rock kind of villa where you can strike a chord and 3 days later it'll still be kind of banging around up at the ceiling. You just love it because it takes away all preciseness. It takes away all it's just full of flaws. It makes the music full of flaws, which for me then hits you right in the heart. The stuff that's perfect and sterile, I don't think ever gets past here. But the stuff that have the cracks in it, the stuff that has the stuff where you go, oh, your head twists a little bit, that's the stuff that gets inside your soul. So I'm expecting all the good stuff from the bunker to be here Saturday night.
What is your game day ritual? I don't think I've ever asked you that before. I mean, the show day, you can't eat too soon.
Right.
You'll burn on stage and everything else. So what is your day like when you wake up in the morning until you go on there?
I think you try and sleep as long as you can. And then you're going to get up and go to sound check. And sound check's going to be fun. You know, it's going to be messing around, doing the final tweaks. And then you're going to try and go play ball somewhere, basketball somewhere to knock everything loose. You're really lucky if you get to do that. And then just start pacing. Here it comes. And you're just going through the show in your head over and over again. Because what you want to do, especially when you say what's the difference between stadiums and arenas, you want to stay ahead of these people. So you go over the show in your head 1,000 times. Be doing this at this point. Be doing this. Stay a minute ahead. There's a saying that the fan should live in the moment. The entertainer should be in the moment before. Always. So try and stay ahead, because if you get behind, especially since I played here, if I get behind, they are going to drag my ass all the way through town. I'll have to fight for every breath I got. If they get on top of me, then I'm done. So.
You ever said thank you, Cincinnati, when you were in St. Louis?
No, but I appreciate you not even bringing that possibility up. Would be great. You know, I've been very fortunate, knock on wood, to not do that yet.
Did you write it on stage?
No, but it's just, woo, yeah, that's every entertainer's nightmare. Thank you for bringing that up. Ms. Kim, are we good?
I think we're ready now.
Okay, we can go to one-on-ones if you would like. Thank you very, very much.
And that was Garth Brooks ahead of the highly anticipated Stadium Tour concert show over in Protective Stadium. It will be the first concert ever performed at the new Protective Stadium. It's become such a big experience expected this weekend that so many things have had to be moved around. Some of the USFL games that typically would be played at Protective Stadium have now been moved to Legion Field in anticipation for this event. I do want to quickly ask before we send you on your way, are you planning on going to the game, are you planning on going to the concert? If you are, or if you're still looking for tickets, we actually have a couple of links that might be pretty helpful to you right now over on our website, cbs42.com. There you can find a place to actually purchase some extra tickets that have been released. Of course, this is highly anticipated concert. There are still a few tickets left, even though a lot of them were sold immediately once it was announced. And then you can also find out how to plan your best trip downtown. As I mentioned, it's going to be a very busy weekend in Birmingham. So you're definitely going to want to know where to park, where is the best place to maybe grab an Uber to the stadium for the concert, or if you're planning on going to any of the USFL games, you can actually find a very helpful link on some of the places to check out. Again, that is all available to you right now over on our website, cbs42.com. And I do want to make one small mention is that we're going to have you completely covered on this major concert all throughout the weekend, and even starting today in the CBS 42 News at 4, our very own entertainment reporter Jimmy Carter was there in attendance at the press conference, and he's actually going to be grabbing a one-on-one with Garth, and you'll be able to see all of that coming up at the CBS 42 News at 4, and it will also be found later on tonight over on our website as well. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning into this latest edition of CBS 42 Now, and we hope that you have a very exciting weekend, whether you plan on going to the concert or not. And I do want to remind everybody that if you are still looking for tickets, you can find them right now. Just head on over to cbs42.com. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.